I think so.
All right, do we have any commissioners on the phone?
Go back to mute.
Are we still doing the TV broadcast?
I don't think so. No.
No visual.
Okay.
It's the,
It's an audio stream.
the audio stream.
You can mute that again then, so
I'll let you do it since I don't know what I'm
I
doing.
think it's just that
It's
bar.
just the bar in the middle.
Commissioner Coleman, are you there? No, she will be here shortly. She says she is. Did it get rough in KC last night?
Yeah,
We were ahead
my
of it.
power went out twice.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Rioting?
What's that?
Was there rioting?
There was no rioting that I was aware of.
Okay, I look at rough, yeah.
It crashed and lightninged pretty good,
We were just ahead of it,
right?
down 50, like we stayed in front of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a long storm. It was a 15, 20-minute.
Must have come down hard, 'cause when it comes down hard, my driveway washes. Nothing didn't wash bad, but I knew that it rained pretty hard. So, ponds are all full, so, over the last week or two,
Mm.
which is unusual. I mean,
You stock your ponds?
mhm.
Yeah. It's both bass and
Crappie.
crappie.
I'm here, Mr. Chairman.
All right, good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning.
I'll have you know that, Commissioner Holtzman is in your seat, so you can take that up with him.
I think that's unconfirmed.
All right. Sorry for the delay.
Can we make sure the volume's all the way up on that?
It is now.
Okay, so we are all in attendance. We'll go ahead and call the commission meeting to order. First order of business is to approve the minutes from March 24th agenda. You all have seen those. Any additions or corrections? All right, seeing none. All those in favor of approving the minutes from March 24th, say aye.
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 Those minutes are approved 5-0. We also had closed minutes for March 24th. You all seen those. Any additions or corrections to the closed minutes? All right, seeing none, all those in favor of approving the closed minutes for March 24th, say aye.
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 Those minutes are also approved 5-0. So we're going to withdraw the second order today in tariffs and new orders, so that will leave us with 8. So again, withdrawing file number EO 2022-0190, and then that will leave us with 8. So first up in tariffs and new orders is file number AW 2020-0356. This is in the matter of a working case to consider best practices for recovery of past due utility customer payments after the COVID-19 pandemic emergency. This working docket was opened to examine the effects of the pandemic related to the economic impacts in regards to utility disconnects and past due payments. Staff has filed monthly reports related to its findings since the inception of this docket. This order directs staff to reduce the frequency of the reporting to quarterly reports, which will then include 3 months of data as opposed to 1. So with that, I recommend we approve this order version 1. Commissioner Root?
I am supporting this order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman?
I support the order.
Coltmeyer?
And I do as well.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1, say aye.
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 That order is approved 5-0. Again, pulling EO 2022-0190. So that brings us to file number GE 2022-0214. This is in the matter of the application of Missouri Association of Natural Gas Operators, herefore referred to as MANGO, for permanent waiver from the provisions of 20 CSR 4240-40.020 sub 2 sub D sub 1B for estimated property damage threshold for a federal incident, and 20 CSR 4240-40.020 sub 7 sub B distribution system mechanical fittings failure reports. So Mango previously asked for a waiver from 2 commission rules in relation to the change of the corresponding federal provisions, which we granted temporarily for the members of Mango identified in its application back on March 9th. Mango then filed a motion for reconsideration, explaining that it intended for the waiver to apply to all of its members, not just the ones included in its application. Staff also filed a motion asking the commission to clarify that Mango members are still required to comply with the current definition of a reportable incident despite the temporary waiver. So this amended order extends the temporary waiver to all Mango members identified in its appendix to its motion and addresses staff's concern. So with that, I recommend we approve this order version 1. Commissioner Root?
I am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Holden?
I support the order.
Kochmeyer?
And I'm in support as well.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1, say aye.
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 That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number EO 2022-0190. This is in the matter of the application of Como Electric Cooperative for approval of designated service boundaries within portions of Cooper County, Missouri. This is a matter, this is the same case that we withdrew the earlier order from. So this order permits certain identified Ameren employees to view highly confidential information supplied by Como, and it falls, as they fall within the bounds of the Commission's rules. And it also grants Como's request for additional measures to be taken to secure highly confidential information. So with that, I recommend we approve this order version 2. Commissioner Root?
I am supporting this order as well.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Holden?
I support the order.
Meyer?
And I do as well.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye.
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 That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number EA 2022-0099. This is in the matter of the application of Ameren Transmission Company of Illinois for a certificate of convenience and necessity under section 393.170.1 RISMO relating to transmission investments in southeast Missouri. So Ameren, Illinois has filed this request for CCN regarding certain transmission facilities located near New Madrid and Sikeston. This order adopts a procedural schedule proposed jointly by the parties with a few modifications for the Commission's schedule and to address additional requirements. So with that, I recommend we approve this order version 2. Commissioner Root?
I am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Holden?
I support the order.
Commissioner Goldmeyer?
I also support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2, say aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number WE 2021-0390. This is in the matter of the joint application of Missouri American Water Company and DCM Land LLC for a variance from the company's tariff provisions regarding the extension of company mains. We issued an amended order in this case on March 16th, to which OPC filed a motion for rehearing. This order finds that OPC has failed to provide sufficient reason to rehear the revised order and denies the motion. So with that, I recommend we approve version 1. Commissioner Root?
I am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Olson?
I support the order.
Commissioner Folkmeyer?
And I do as well.
All right, all those in favor of approving the orders drafted version 1, say aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number EC 2022-0163. This is Delmar Gardens Enterprises, Inc., complainant, v. Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren, Missouri, respondent. Delmar Gardens filed this complaint against Ameren, alleging violation of the commission rule and showing preferential treatment, to which Ameren, Missouri filed a motion to dismiss. Staff filed suggestions in support of the motion to dismiss, so this order finds that Delmar Gardens complaints fall within the commission's authority and denies the motion to dismiss. So I recommend we approve this order version 1. Commissioner Root?
I agree and support the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Folkmeyer?
As I do.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1, say aye.
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 That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number EO 2018-0211. This is in the matter of Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren, Missouri's third filing to implement regulatory changes in furtherance of energy efficiency allowed by MEA. Ameren, Missouri filed a proposed revised tariff sheet to modify its business demand response tariff under MEA. Staff filed a recommendation to approve the tariff sheet, so this order approves it. I recommend that we approve this order version 1. Commissioner Root?
I am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
Commissioner Olson?
I support the order.
Commissioner Goldmeyer?
And I am as well.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1, say aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Final order today, file number WO 2022-0253 and SO 2022-0254. This is in the matter of an investigation into the operation and condition of Liberty Utilities, Missouri Water LLC, DBA Liberty Utilities. Staff filed a motion asking to open an investigation into the operation and condition of Liberty Utilities. This order opens a working case to facilitate staff's investigation and directs staff to file a report no later than September 30th of this year. So with that, I recommend we approve the order version 1. Commissioner Root,
I am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holden,
I support the order.
Commissioner Goldmeyer.
And I support as well.
All right, all those in favor of approving the orders drafted version 1, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
So that order is approved 5-0. That concludes reports and orders. We do have one brief other discussion today, which appears to be a request for documents. Judge Woodruff.
Yes, this is a sunshine request from an individual who requested a copy of the Commission's informal investigation file for a couple of complaints he had filed against Ameren. Some of the documents were obtained from Ameren, so under 386-480, the Commission needs to vote to go ahead and release them. It's my recommendation that we go ahead and release them. Ameren has already indicated that they do not object to the release of the documents.
Okay. Are there any questions for the judge about the release of these documents? No? All right. I'll make a motion to release the documents requested.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Holzman. Is there any discussion on the motion? All right. Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the motion to release these documents, say aye.
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 Motion's approved 5-0.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. All right. Well, that completes our other discussion. That only leaves us with scheduling. Wednesday, April 6th, we'll have agenda at 10:15 a.m. Wednesday, April 13th, we will have agenda at 8:30 a.m. So again, 8:30 a.m. that day, Wednesday the 13th. Thursday, April 21st, we will have agenda at 9:15 a.m. that Thursday, with the USB meeting following. And then we also have local public hearing in SR 2022-0239 and WR 2022-0240. That's SK&M's Water and Sewer Company's rate increase request. That will be via WebEx at 6 p.m. with Judge Steyer. Monday, April 25th through Friday, May 6th, we have an evidentiary hearing in GR 2021-0320. That's Liberty's request to file tariffs to change its rates for natural gas service. That will be by WebEx only with Judge Pridgeon. Wednesday, April 27th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. And Wednesday, May 4th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. It gets us all the way into May. Any comments, questions, or requests regarding scheduling through May 4th? All right, hearing none, with no other business coming before the body, we will stand adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner